I'm John Gonzalez.
And I'm Amy Sherman. We're about to have a Michigan's best day along the beautiful shores of Lake Michigan, right here in St. Joseph.
Today we'll be showing you some of our favorite things to do, see, and eat in this charming beach town that's just about 90 miles from Chicago, along what some call the Midwest Riviera.
We're starting our day off with a jolt of caffeine from Cafe Tosi, where you can enjoy an incredible breakfast, including waffles, handcrafted pastries, and even some scrambled eggs that are cooked by the steam from the espresso machine.
For nearly 30 years, Cafe Tosi has been fueling visitors to downtown St. Joseph. The Italian eatery serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. They make their dishes from scratch using locally sourced ingredients. Their mouth-watering pastries and fresh breads come from their famous Bit of Swiss bakery in Stevensville, Michigan.
While the coffee is great, the star of the show here in St. Joseph is, of course, the beach.
Just below the mouth of the St. Joseph River, Silver Beach County Park stretches for nearly half a mile along the Lake Michigan shore with a large designated swimming area. Enjoy the waves and the sand, drop a line off the pier, or watch your kids splash in the Whirlpool Compass fountain.
John, you know I'd be perfectly happy grabbing a book and sitting here on this beautiful beach all day long. But here in St. Joe, there's just too much to do to sit still.
I'm gonna hit the road and check out the sights in the sister city of Benton Harbor and beyond.
And I'm gonna rent a bike and hit the trail, baby.
Choose your own adventure at Scooter Joe's Wheel and Water Rental. Two can explore downtown on a tandem bike, and your whole family can fit in a Surrey. I rented a beach cruiser and cruised to Jean Clark Park, another beachfront destination on the north side of the St. Joseph River.
There's plenty to see in St. Joe's neighboring city, Benton Harbor, and surrounding Berrien County. Eden Springs Park and Campground offers miniature train rides along with a fascinating history. The once grand amusement park was built by a religious commune in the early 1900s, the House of David. It's now being restored by a group of dedicated volunteers.
A lot of people just come because it's relaxing here, and we're trying to make it as much of a park-like setting back again as we can. We're trying to restore one of the train trestles so we can get back over the valley again and extend our train line. It was such a big part of Benton Harbor and Southwest Michigan. They played a huge role in our economy. They played a huge role in really the history of Benton Harbor being put on the map.
Agriculture thrives in this part of the state. The weather coming off Lake Michigan creates optimal growing conditions, keeping crops warm in the autumn and cool through spring. Stover's Farm Market in Yupik is one of many farms dotting the region. Pick your own berries, apples, peaches, and more. Stop inside for a selection of farm fresh produce, jam, and other goodies. This region is also known for its grapes.
Figured that out 100 years ago when they found out that peaches could grow around here. If peaches can grow on these gravelly soils, then European wine grapes can grow.
The first thing you see when you arrive at 12 Corners Vineyards are the grapevines. The estate winery sits on more than 115 acres in Benton Harbor. Sample some of their best-selling sweet wines inside their tasting room, or try something drier. I was a fan of their Cabernet Franc.
Ooh, that's really good.
It's a very laid-back experience here. You can get a glass or a bottle and you can sit outside here on the patio. Feel free to walk down and look at the grapes, see what it takes to be in a state winery and be right at the vineyard.
Amy's missing out on some fantastic wines here at 12 Corners, but if I know Amy, she's finding her way to a brewery.
Whew. After that bike ride, I've worked up both my thirst and my appetite. But hey, look, John, I found a brewery.
North Pier Brewing Company opened in 2016. Owner Jay Fettig grew up in St. Joseph and was looking for a way to combine his business background with his love of craft beer.
We started off primarily as a Belgian beer brewery, We've transitioned since then and are creating beers that we want to drink ourselves and putting our own twists on them. Our top selling beers are Happy Guy, which is our dry hop Pilsner, Tackle Box IPA. It's a West Coast meets hazy IPA. It's really drinkable. We also offer canned cocktails, Cut and Run. It's a vodka, lemon, lime, and orange. Great for being outdoors, being on the boat, on the beach. We're right in between holes 13 and 14 of Harbor Shores. It's a Jack Nicklaus golf course, really beautiful, and every 2 years it holds the Senior PGA. We work really closely with them. They carry a lot of our beers. We do a lot of outings and stuff with them, so it's a really great relationship, and it really ties in the whole area.
You don't need to drink on an empty stomach. Their food offerings include sandwiches like the Cubano and build your own tacos.
I'm about to dive into this delicious looking Americano taco paired up with a Palomar Pale Ale here at North Pier Brewing Company. Meanwhile, John is across town getting slathered in sauce at one of our favorite places for barbecue in all of Michigan.
LARK'S Barbecue is a community landmark in Benton Harbor. It was started more than 20 years ago by Pastor Willie Lark, serving carry-out food to customers at his car wash.
A lot of people thought it was a strange concept, but it worked. It worked, and people really have been questioning me as of today even, when you gonna start washing cars again? Most people, they're looking for good quality food. I think that a lot of people are actually getting tired of the fast food concept. A fruit wood helps put more flavor into it. A lot of love is put in it, a lot of concern about wanting your stuff to taste good and be good. Rib tips is the shoulder part of a rib. It's cut in like finger food. We sell more rib tips in the barbecue area than anything.
They sauce them up. They're extremely flavorful. Plenty of juice in there. I'm gonna go for it. So stinking good.
A trip to St. Joe wouldn't be complete without some shopping. There are plenty of boutiques to explore downtown, just a quick walk or drive from Silver Beach. You'll find surf supplies, souvenirs, artwork, books, and even freshly baked pet treats.
If you're visiting St. Joseph, you've got to spend some time on the water, whether it's in a kayak, a stand-up paddleboard, or on this, the Harbor Hopper cycle boat. Grab some friends and book a 2-hour tour on this pedal pub on water. You can purchase single tickets or reserve the whole boat for special events from the Inn at Harbor Shore. You can enjoy food and drinks on board as you tour the St. Joseph River.
If fishing is more your speed, book a trip with a charter company like Seahawk and snag some Lake Michigan steelhead trout or salmon.
I am so ready to have a taste of the Great Lakes here at Plank's Tavern inside Harbor Shores Resort. Enjoy waterfront views in a resort setting on one of the oldest harbors on the Great Lakes. There's something for everyone on the menu, which features a variety of American food and signature cocktails. You can't go wrong with their Great Lakes whitefish, which is lightly dusted in a brown rice flour, seared and topped with a lemon sauce. Well done. Thank you very much.
If you're spending the day in St. Joe, it's hard to miss Silver Beach Pizza. Its distinctive building near the Compass Fountain and Carousel is still a working Amtrak train station.
It comes twice a day. It goes to Chicago in the morning and it comes back at night. Freight trains still go by. Since taking it over, we've really built it out, expanded it. We added this rooftop about 5 years ago.
This is the place to cool down after a day on the beach with 18 ounces of beer served in a schooner.
Back in early 2000s, my father and his best friend were in Hawaii, and they got served beer in this frosty schooner, we call it, and they just decided they wanted to open a restaurant and serve beer in those mugs.
And this is the famous ice-cold schooner that started it all. It pairs perfectly with a slice of pizza.
We make our dough in-house every day, and we make our sauce as well. It's a bit sweeter of a sauce. We try and be creative with the toppings and different specialty pizzas and kind of be out there more, not as traditional as everybody else. You know, while we do still offer the traditional pizzas. We've been here 15 years, been doing our best to sell cold beer, keep up with a great pizza, and just provide a great experience for everybody that comes here.
I've had an awesome time spending the day touring St. Joe, from hitting the beach to biking and sampling some excellent food and beer.
And I loved everything this region has to offer, from wine and barbecue to boating. And that's how you have a Michigan's Best Day in St. Joseph. Cheers, Amy.
Cheers, John. This episode of Michigan's Best Day was brought to you by the Southwestern Michigan Tourism Council.